It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it all starts the first of 6 on this Super Wildcard Weekend, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game.
It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wildcard Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And I have to believe at his age, you savor situations like this because nobody knows better than he does that getting to the playoffs is simply not that easy. This is where he's got to call upon all of his knowledge of all the games he's played in the past, draw from it, and find a way to win a game. Because not only do you want to savor getting there, you also want to have success as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season, but Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Like, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together, but to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5. Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have the 6th sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Everybody knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now here's 1st and 10. So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose.
Touchdown! David Njoku, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26.
And Stroud now to throw.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one left side caught by Collins.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Returning it is Moore. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now Flacco. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 14-0 score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Again, they turn to Ford. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 37.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real
intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And this one is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. Now it's Flacco. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they're able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 29 yards. And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right? That fourth.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
All right, partner, Deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game. And start.
There he goes, left side. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford, 68 yards. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn. Them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long.